Morning peeps, here we are, just walking the dog. There she goes, getting her physical exercise. So just thought I'd check in today and talk a little bit about well-being. You know, it's one of my favourite subjects, and particularly I want to draw attention to all you guys resettling, because resettlement is a tough phase, actually. Having been in the military for some time, you know, some people might have been in a year, some people might have been in 30 years. It's still a tough phase because in the military we're institutionalized and we have that camaraderie and brotherhood and sisterhood, and we all stick together. And as you get towards the end of your resettlement, you start to feel a little bit isolated and a little bit alone. The fact that you're going to leave this family, this organisation, this lifestyle, and you're going to have your uniform removed, you're going to lose your quota if you're married, you're going to lose your job, no finances, where's that going to come from? You almost lose everything, but you don't. And I'll tell you why you don't. You don't because you still maintain your values and standards, because you live and breathe it. It courses through your veins. You still maintain your friendships, those that you want to. But even people that you meet 10 years down the line, it's like yesterday. And the support that is out there is out there. And when you first start your resettlement journey, and I've spoken to a few people, you maybe don't realise the amount of support that is out there in the big wide world. And when I say support, I mean veterans that have been through the resettlement journey themselves and they're leaning back in and helping, but also corporate organisations and charities. And there's corporate organisations that are doing military internships and initiatives to help service leavers get into business, for example. And there's a lot of support out there, but the support doesn't just turn up on your door and say, hi, I'm here to support you. There's a certain element of responsibility on your part. You need to reach out. And LinkedIn's a great platform for reaching out to people. And I can tell you now, especially through experience, that if you message somebody, you know, perhaps you want to get into a particular line of work and you see a fellow veteran who's doing that, if you message them and just ask them a few questions about what they're doing, how they got into it, how they're finding it, maybe ask them about the company that they're working for, 99.9% of the time they'll get back to you and they'll have a chat and they'll engage, because that's what we do. We support each other in the military, and that continues when you leave. The tiny percentage that don't, probably not because they don't want to, it's probably because they're quite busy. So you've got to keep going. As John Stevenson says, you've got to be the hunter, don't be the sleepwalker. So yeah, that's just a few pearls that I picked up along the way. And if there's anyone out there in the resettlement phase, and maybe they're just new to LinkedIn or they're not really sure, then reach out to people, reach out to friends, families, veterans. Reach out to me if you want. I'm there for you. Speak to you soon.